Hey guys, in this video, I want to show you how to create pop-up forms in HubSpot. Pop-up forms is actually like engaging lead capture forms that can attract new leads to your website. So instead of embed forms, they can pop up on any page on your website. And it's also possible to create various workflows and trigger based on that opening these pop-up forms. So they're quite good, and according to my experience, they may convert quite a lot of people. The main question is contextual marketing, to understanding the context, understand when people can be interested in these pop-up forms and which content to include there. Okay, this is my demo account, and I'm going to create a pop-up form now. Uh, this is a new navigation of HubSpot, and you might have old navigation, but soon in May, I think, HubSpot will convert every navigation to a new one. Okay, if you want to find a pop-up forms, you should go instead of forms. You should go to CTAs. Uh, they used to be in the forms, but now forms include only actually embedded forms and standalone forms. We should go to CTAs. You see, when you go there, you see that CTS has legacy and also just CTA. Legacy means actually buttons uh, that attract people to click on them. It's not something that we are looking for right now, so we should step to CTS. Okay, you see, I have a few ones here, and if I want to create a new one, I click on create. Thankfully, to HubSpot, there are already some quite engaging designs on that. If you want to use some HubSpot designs and customize them, you can choose. Actually, I'm using templates quite often. And also, if you want to create your template, co-designed form, you can create it from scratch, like sticky banner, pop-up box, embedded image, embedded button, etc. So, but let's use maybe templates just to quickly show you how you can add a pop-up form actually fast to your website. Okay, so if, for instance, event registrations ID, I want to choose template. You can also click on preview if you want to preview how it will look in mobile and also in your like laptops and computers. Okay, it's quite engaging. You can also choose to turn off it in mobile if you want only people who using the laptops. But sometimes mobile conversions work well. Okay, I choose this template, and you see now that we have a design of this form right now. Of course, you can use your company cars, company fonts, uh, to customize this form. But let's say if you want to change an image, you can click on replace the image, and or you can even remove this image if you want maybe some more accurate form. But let's remain it right now. You can change text. You can change margin padding of the text, which is really great. Center align, right align. So everything is changeable in this HubSpot editor. No coding skills required. Of course, you can use maybe your like CSS skills if you want to change something dramatically. But usually, I think in most cases, to create an attractive form, you don't need to have like coding skills and CSS skills or HTML skills. Okay, so if you let's imagine that you have like your webinar, you want to promote your maybe webinar or something like that. Uh, oops, maybe I can just sorry expo webinar. Okay, maybe if you want to have a webinar about pets, pets webinar or about webinar about pets. Let's imagine, yeah. Okay, if you want to replace this image, let's click on replace. And HubSpot has another great feature that you can use is generating images based on artificial intelligence. That's really nice, and with the help of this feature you can no you can using Canva or like graphic designers not so often, maybe not very good news for graphic designers, but you can use also artificial intelligence for creating images in HubSpot. So uh, webinar about we have webinar about pets. We want to have maybe a landscape dimension, so square, landscape, and portrait. Style, you can choose styles, watercolor, black and white sketch, retro wave. So you can set up this style for artificial intelligence to create your graphics. Like let's maybe use pop art. Okay, and we should type something as a task for AI. Mm, a cool pet. Okay, generate. Let's see what we can achieve by using this simple command. Sometimes you can also, if you have some maybe colors in mind, you can create an image and set up a command like a cool pet on white background or like black or dark background. You can even set up some colors there. Okay, you see that now we have the first cool pet, and the second one you can artificial intelligence creates two options. Okay, for me personally I like the first one the most, so I can choose it. uh, okay, how can I get rid of these two? Save to files. Okay, I can click save to files at first. You see it's a cool pet AI generated. You can add alt text if needed. It's usually needed for search engines if you can use this in your websites. Uh, a cool pet. Okay. Select. Then let's see. Okay, we have this image here. Webinar about pets. It can be Barcelona. Yeah, I will remain it here. So I think it's pretty understandable that you can change the text here. Register now. Here you should use a link to the webinar if you have a landing page, or if you want to add a form here. You can also find a form in the editor and maybe add a form instead of registration. Yeah. So you can maybe remove it here, and then you can select a form. Um, I have different forms. So you can create a new one, like create a new form. Let's name it pet webinar registration. Okay, create. And you can even add now an email if you want to add, for instance, first name. Okay, email and first name, and instead of submit, I want register now, maybe in capitals. Okay, you can customize a thank you message, or you can create it in advance before creating this pop-up form. Privacy options can be added here, so everything in the form. Maybe I can create another video explaining how to create a form about different settings. If you are interested in that, please uh, in comments just let me know this in comments, maybe which types of forms you want to see. Also, guys, I would be pleased if you actually comment anything. If you subscribe on my account, it's pretty new account, but I would appreciate that, and it would give me more motivation to create other videos. Okay, thank you. So for now we have this pop-up form. Maybe it's quite long, but of course you can customize it if needed. So uh, it is quite customizable. You can review and publish. By the way, you can also use targeting. Let me change name, pet webinar. When you finalize your design, you can click on targeting, and on targeting you have different triggers. Based on that trigger, this form will appear on your website. For instance, when the visitor scrolls beyond a certain percentage of the page, if you want to like 50% or 60% of the page after scrolling, then this form will appear. Or this one is really nice. Trigger on button click. If on your website you have maybe some specific button that after clicking on this button you want this form appears, you can set it up here. You can use it on HubSpot website. If you use external pages, like maybe WordPress website or PHP or Ruby on Rails, you can use code snippet that should be inserted in this page to ensure that the pop-up form works perfectly. Okay. I think this is the most common one, like the minimum 7 seconds, uh, or even 4 seconds, maybe. Yeah, 3 seconds. Okay. Before I know that before HubSpot used to use 7 seconds as minimum amount after which the pop form appears, but now I see so even 3 or even 1 second can be spent uh, before this form appears. Okay, I would recommend using maybe 8 seconds. For me personally, I don't like when I go to any page and immediately some forms starts flooding my screen. It make me a bit nervous. So maybe 8 seconds or even like 11 seconds means that okay, people might be interested. People might be reading something on your website, reading maybe about your webinar or about pets, and then they see okay, this is a form, and these people may be a bit more ready for like promoting materials. Okay. Uh, Also trigger after an activity when the visitor has been inactive on your page for a specific duration. Then HubSpot provides you to set up on which pages this form will appear. It can be in all pages. It can be actually like contains and some like page domain like URL that contains like pet and just a word in pet, or you can uh, actually just copy paste your URL here. It's possible also to use a query parameter. Uh, on query parameter, you can also like using different parameters on your pages, which is also quite good for marketers. You can also use add exclusion rules. So, for instance, you want to place these pages, this pop-up form on all the pages, excluding some specific pages. Then you can use these exclusion rules here. You can even uh, set up who can see this like promotion, all visitors or filtered visitors. So for instance, uh, you can filter visitors on device type, on browser language. So you want to maybe for this promotion is seen for users from a specific country, from users who visited a specific page on your website, and other parameters, which is really great. So it adds a context. HubSpot is really great for marketing automations. All you need to do is just to think about people's behavior, and if you see, okay, this pop-up form can be quite can be placed for users who is from like United States country and who visited some specific page about pet. They might be interested in that, like maybe about pet. Mm, so some information about pets, about cats, or some specific pet, and do you think, okay, they might be interested in this pop-up, then you can set up it to actually appear after some parameter is done. And how often will it be shown? So if somebody declines this pop-up or also approves, when this pop-up should be appeared again, like in 2 weeks or in 1 week. I don't recommend using like in 1 day or something, because if people decline it, it means that they don't want to. They are not interested in that, at least for now. So maybe 1 week is a good term. Okay, after that you can review, and you can go also to options. You can turn off our small screens. Like I said, if you don't want this form appears in mobile, you can turn it off. Click tracking. You can check the direct clicks to your CTA by directing visitors to an initial URL, which associates the click with the CTA before reflecting them to the final page. Also scheduling. Set a date and time for displaying and publishing. Schedule for later. If you click on this button, you can see that, okay, I want it is started, for instance, on 22nd of April at some specific time, and unpublished date, like if you want this to be published for a week, then you can also set up an end date. After that, you can click on review and publish, review all the settings that you already set up, and then click on publish now. After publishing that, your uh, pop-up will be created and will be published and work as you set up earlier. Okay, thank you very much, and I see you in the next video.